Yeah, and then we just did the Friday night stuff, which was...
Well, that was the room crawl night, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was something that was different
Yes.
about this event than the others.
Yeah, do they not do it at the others, or do we just miss it?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't
We'll
remember.
have to pay attention next time.
I know. The room crawl was
Read their
great.
newsletter.
Awesome.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know.
That was one of the best room crawls I have ever been
It
on.
really, really was. And it was, they did a great job. Yeah, but it was timed. Like it started and it was over, and you had a certain amount of time to get through, and we were hoofing it to try and get to all the rooms. There's only like 10 rooms, but it took us over an hour to get through.
We like to talk. And
Well, because we talk a lot.
Well, they were very talkative rooms. It was, and that's the whole point, is to go and socialize and meet people. So, yeah.
Our whole point was to go see all the rooms and provide feedback.
Right. Well,
Not
we
meet
did.
everyone in all the rooms.
We did do both, though. We handled it beautifully. we met
got
all
the
the
job
people.
done. We got the job done.
This was for us. I mean, actually, you and I ran around, and we met a lot of people during the room crawl, which, of course, you're tasting the different drinks, and folks had their rooms decorated and things like that. And some folks had themes, and it was really fun. It was really great. But you meet a lot of people, and we had tentatively set up a lot of like play dates in theory.
And
For
if you
that
go to
night.
events like this, you know exactly what that
Yeah.
means. We talk to people.
Yeah, we talked to people and made and kissed a lot of people and said, ooh, let's meet tonight in the Playroom after those fun kisses. And we were like, ooh, yeah, we're going to have all these dates lined up. Everybody was like, yes, yes, yes. And that didn't quite work out. But that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, that was a lot of fun because that's where you can meet even more people, going on these room crawls. What about for you?
Well, it did work out for us.
yeah, we'd met a couple.
Yeah, we met a couple. We'd actually met at speed dating the night before.
And they were on the bed next to us.
The night, yes.
Thursday night.
Yeah, on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And we didn't connect then, but...
and then we saw them in one of the rooms.
One of the room crawls.
We're like, hey, weren't you guys that couple? And we're like,
Yeah, we were.
See, so speed dating can work. Room crawls can work.
Yeah, speed dating.
And speed
And speed
dating,
dating.
yeah.
Yeah, and visibility in the playrooms also helps advertise.
It's the triple threat.
Yeah, triple threat. There you go. Yeah, so we connected. So we planned to meet them at the playrooms that night, and we did, and we had a great time with them.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, and saw them a couple more times throughout the weekend, and connected with them, and so great couple, a lot of fun.
So that was part of a room crawl that you were able to
Yes.
connect
Exactly.
and meet folks. Yeah, there was a lot of people that participated in the room crawl, and it was very busy.
Yes,
Yeah,
It was
it was
incredibly
really
busy.
great. Yeah,
Like
it was
some of the rooms you could not get into.
That's true.
And which is great. That's a great problem to have
Yeah.
because then you're
Right.
really up close to people and
Right.
Yeah.
So that we did. We went straight from the room crawl. Basically, had a few minutes to then get downstairs for speed dating again. So that's why we did speed dating on Friday night.
yes.
And that was a lot of fun. That's when I got yelled at. For not breaking apart. What? Yeah, and
Breaking
then
rules.
Playroom. So you want to talk a little bit about the Playrooms here?
Yeah.
We kind of glossed over Thursday because we all just hung out with each other. But
Again, a great assortment of playrooms. Far fewer. There were the dungeon and then 3 other playrooms.
playrooms, yeah.
And so the same basic themes in the sense that they had the observation deck theme, which they also had at Fort Lauderdale and Atlanta. And that's more of the viewing benches so that you can sit and watch people play. The large group room, which I believe was also called the plunge pool here, as with the others, and that was,
Just a big group room.
Yeah, how many
yeah.
beds? So it's much smaller than at both Fort Lauderdale and Atlanta. I think there were maybe 8 beds altogether.
Yes.
is that
Yeah,
the one
and
with? But they had
that
all.
was
Oh
the one
yeah,
with
the
the
2
glory.
at the
They had
end.
2.
Yeah, there
And that was a
probably
different-
2, 4. Yeah, probably 8,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
10 beds. But then they also had all the Liberator couches along all
Right.
the
That
people
sides,
can
and,
sit.
and people were
Right.
playing.
And that was
on those.
awesome.
Yeah,
and people were
that
playing
was the
and
third
watching.
group. Yeah, so they were all essentially group rooms, and so that was the third one.
Yeah, there was the one that did they have some that the one room did have any pipe and
No.
drape in between at all? No.
Oh no, yeah,
But
the,
each bed was separate.
observation deck
Yeah,
where they
that
had the
did have pipe and
liberators
drape, yeah.
Oh, in the
in
middle.
the front, in
That's
the
right.
middle, and then those beds had some pipe and drape. Yeah, that was I think there were 6
Yeah.
because there were 2 within each partition.
Right.
Two beds
Two
within
beds
each
within
partition.
Right.
Yeah. That we never went to that room.
Yeah, it's the first
Yeah.
time that we didn't play.
Yeah,
in,
we always
you know,
try to
you know,
play
like
in
that
each
one.
room.
Yeah, we didn't play in that room either. But yeah, and they were a little bit smaller, but they were
Busy.
great. There
Yeah.
was
Very
they were
well
busy.
populated, yeah.
It was
were busy.
busy, but you didn't have to wait very long for a spot to
Yeah.
open up.
No, not
there
at
was
all.
almost always a place to sit and watch if you wanted to do that. Always.
And you know, that's one of the things that I really like about the Splash events is that the notion that people like to sit and watch is baked into their design.
Right.
There are seats and benches in the dungeon, in all the playrooms, and just kind of like the corporate vibe. I haven't seen anyone feel or look uncomfortable that there was an audience watching them. And some people, you know, don't like that particularly, but for the Splash events, that's kind of like the culture
Yeah.
of Splash.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be on the bed, you can be right next to the bed and watch what's going on.
And there were a lot of people
Yes.
watching.
There always are. That's
And-
why I'm
and
saying it's really
yeah,
cool.
It is really cool.
I noticed that so each of the 3 nights, 2 of the 3 nights, I noticed the same couple kind of in the same spot watching us like pretty much, you know, each night.
They
And
staked out their spot and they liked sitting in that
yeah,
spot.
Yeah, which is great because then you know that's their comfort level and you know, they were clearly enjoying themselves and just enjoying the show.
It's really hot just to sit there and watch and
We
listen.
do it. I
do
like
it all the
I
time.
like it because it helps get me in the mood.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Oh,
we've been running all day and speed dating and blah blah blah. And even though you're sexy, it takes a while for me to transition. And so I really enjoy doing the couple of laps and sitting and watching and deciding where we might want to go or who's in what room. The energy and the vibe changes throughout the night in each room depending on who's in there. So yeah, but this one though, because it was a smaller space and talking about that, they didn't have a room that was more dark.
right.
True.
So like in Atlanta, they
Yeah,
had
they
one
had
room.
like the star room or something.
That's real.
you're
It's
right.
a lot darker. You can still see in there. It's not a dark room, but it is a darker room with not a lot of lighting, and they just didn't have the space to do that here. But honestly, again, I feel like people, if you were nervous to play on Thursday, you sat and watched on Friday. I feel like if you wanted to play, you could find your way, into those spaces because it's very welcoming. The crowd, the group was amazing. It wasn't gross. People are respectful for the most part. They get a little carried away sometimes when they're having sex. We'll talk about that on our experience for a minute. Talk about bed etiquette, but but for the most part, everybody is really great. And even when you say, "Hey, excuse me," I think everybody's really good. Yeah.
And they're so good at the staff about as soon as somebody's done playing, they are right on top of that, changing out the sheets. That's why nobody really has to wait for very long. It's like you're not waiting for the sheets to get changed. It's like they're taking them off. And we've been on the bed and we kind of help them, tuck it in on that side.
Yeah, I always
Oh, they'll
reach
be
over and help.
like, Tristan, move your head.
They're making me on the bed.
That actually did happen. Tristan, move your head. And he was joking. I mean, a friend of ours, so it was okay.
Yes. So speaking of which, you want to talk about our experience in the room with the girls?
Sure. So we went into one of the playrooms and we were kind of just scoping out where we wanted to be. And on the back corner, there was an open mattress. And so we go toss all our stuff on the bed, and all our stuff, it's like one small handbag. And
Yeah, it says slut bag on it.
Slut
It's like,
bag.
yeah. But
And,
we went in that space. Because there was a piece of furniture.
I was getting to that.
Oh, okay, that we wanted to use. And so that's,
yeah, that was actually not where we ended up going on that, though.
I know, but
True.
that's where
okay.
we were looking
So
for.
we were looking. It has been mentioned there were Liberator accoutrement all over the place, and we had seen someone the night before using one of the Liberators in a way that looked really fun, and we wanted to try it. But there are a couple different models, and so we were looking around trying to find the one that we wanted to try. So in this playroom we go in, and there's one that's in the back corner, and right across from it there's this open mattress. So we're like, okay, we'll just jump on the mattress, and then we can check out the Liberator and see how that kind of looks, feels, works. So we throw our stuff on the bed, all our stuff, one bag, drop our clothes, and then right behind that bed next to the Liberator was a hole set up. And it was just very spontaneous. Our clothes hit the floor. We looked at each other and we're like, yep, going for the glory hole. And I mean, literally, it's this far from the bed.
Yeah.
We didn't like walk across the room or anything.
I literally turned, because I'm like, well, I'll go down on you. I'll give you a job, and normally you're standing right in front of me. So I got down on my knees, and the glory hole thing's right here. I'm like, oh, go just right here. I literally just had to pivot my body right here.
No
From
going
here to
anywhere
here.
required.
That is all I did.
Okay.
I moved
And so-
45 degrees.
And so I go over behind the screen and we're using having a great time. And so from my perspective, right, there's a fake wall right in front of me, but right here is the Liberator. And by now there's another couple on it and they're going at it and I'm watching her and she's watching me and he's humping her and I'm getting a blowjob through the glory hole and it's awesome. It was great. So that part was a lot of fun. So we get done around with the glory, like, all right, let's get serious. And I come back around and in the time that I've been standing behind the someone else has jumped on the mattress. It's only another couple, although it was two ladies.
It was two
so
ladies.
that could have been a clue right up front.
Well, and they were on, like, it was because our stuff was on the corner of the mattress, so they were on the other corner.
So,
it's like if
my
you're-
first impression was Playroom rules. It's
Right,
fine.
you're
You can get
taking
4
half
people on
the
a mattress.
right,
No one
you can
cares.
take half the mattress.
And so I really didn't think much about it at that moment. We jump on the mattress and we start playing. And then a few minutes later, 2 has now become 4. And so now I'm like, okay, give me the head nod. We'll jump right in there. Come on. Nothing. We're just as invisible as can be. And so, things evolve. And a few minutes later, 4 becomes 6. So now our one mattress is starting to get a little crowded.
And we've now
we
been
keep moving
relegated
slightly
more to the end. We're almost in the glory hole itself that is now 12 inches away from the foot of the bed.
And I'm still hoping for the head nod. Nothing. Nothing. And so at this point in the evening, you're on your knees, I'm behind you, and they're just like all over the place. And right in front of you, so facing you on the other side, and there's a guy sitting there, and there are 2 young ladies on the mattress in front of him, and they're all having fun. And he decides he wants the 2 ladies to be more interactive. So he's kind of like trying to rearrange bodies and orchestrate activity. And he gets to a point where he's kind of precarious. So he needs to balance himself. So he just goes, and the next thing I hear is, ow, ow, ow. And he has pinned
Because
her
I'm down like
hair
this.
to the mattress.
And I can't get.
She can't lift her
can't
head
lift
up.
my
She
head.
can't move. Her hands are flailing.
So classy.
And this guy,
so classy.
this
I'm sure
guy,
we looked
and
great.
if you're watching this video, I'm sorry, but really, this guy looks at her and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and doesn't move.
And I'm like pulling. I'm having to pull my hair out from underneath him, and I'm like, you took our mattress, First of all, you take our mattress, you scoot us to the very end, and then you're gonna I can't even get my head up, and you're again, we were invisible. We were
invisible.
a million percent invisible to those folks, and totally fine, But it was
Once you get your brain, nothing else.
man, but have a little bit
Yeah.
of awareness.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you get
Oh,
on
yeah.
a mattress where somebody else clearly has trying to use the mattress and you're sharing their mattress, have a little bit of mattress etiquette.
So to wrap this whole story up, I withheld in an incredibly unusual moment of self-control. I withheld my reaction for like 15-30 seconds, and then I just gently bent down and whispered in her ear, "We're done, aren't we?"
And I was like, yep,
Yep. We can go now.
we sure are. My mood has been broken. We're gonna have to reset her.